Next, I'll teach you how to exercise. First, you need to check whether your pelvic floor muscles can actually exert force. So, as I've taught before, you should make your pelvic floor muscle exercises precise down to a millimeter. In general, we don't have the conditions or equipment to check whether the pelvic floor muscles of members are tightened in the gym, but the hospital has these equipment which can be used for invasive tests. So we can use the principle of breathing to see from the appearance whether the pelvic floor muscles are contracted. Then I will teach you later that you can choose to do the step-down exercise or the foam roller exercise. There are such exercises. Then I will find 500 people in our class. I believe there must be such problems. Do you have more severe conditions such as hemorrhoids or urinary incontinence for which your doctor has already advised you to undergo surgery? Do you have any of these, like urinary incontinence, hemorrhoids, or postpartum issues? If you have prolapse of internal organs, I can help you with that because I really don't have time to give you private lessons regularly, but I can help you solve these problems on the spot. There's nothing embarrassing about this. We're just being professional and academic here. I just didn't expect it. So which issue do you have? You have all of them. Have they already told you that you need surgery? They've already told you that you need surgery, and it's been a few years now. It's been more than 3 years. He's a fitness coach, and he works out, right? His muscles are quite strong. He's our student and has attended many of my classes. It's just that this is his first time attending this particular class. You probably wouldn't expect a relatively young female coach to have this kind of problem, right? It's just that he had the courage to stand up and share. Many people have this issue, but they don't have the courage to speak up. All right, how about you? How long have you had urinary incontinence and hemorrhoids? Both of them have the same issue. Do you also have urinary incontinence along with hemorrhoids? Both. That is to say, how long have you been unable to control their good area and triangle area? 7 or 8 years, 7 or 8 years. We have a client who came to me in his 50s. He has been wearing sanitary napkins since he had a child in his 20s until he was in his 50s. He leaks urine when he is not on his menstrual period. He leaks urine when he is nervous. Then when he runs or coughs a little, he leaks urine. It is very embarrassing, so he has to wear sanitary napkins all the time.
How severe is your condition? Did the doctor ever tell you to have surgery? I didn't go to see a doctor. After exercising for a while, it got better, but then for some reason it started again. So both of you are like this.
Do you leak urine when you cough? You do. Do you? Does it happen every time you jump? So you see, one of you can't jump and the other can't cough. Which one do you want to see? Watch them all, and I'll take you through this 5-day course. We're going to tackle all the world's toughest problems: high blood pressure, scoliosis, urinary incontinence, organ prolapse, though each one more difficult than the last. So what kind of coach are you? Aren't you a coach who's had children? Were both deliveries natural, or was one a C-section? Both were natural births, no C-section at all. How old is your second child? 10 years old. Did you have this problem before giving birth? You didn't have this issue before pregnancy. Did it start after your first child or after your second? Your younger child is 10 years old, and you just said you've had this issue for 7 or 8 years, which means it started after your second child. Since she doesn't remember, I'll help her sort it out. My memory is very good. I tend to remember every word my patients say, even things they mention unintentionally. It's a professional habit. She just said it's been 7 or 8 years, and then she told me her second child is 10. So I asked her whether the urinary leakage started after the first or the second child, and she said she couldn't remember. Then it must have been after the second child. All right, just lie down here. Yeah, it's the second day of my period again. Actually, since I haven't been training for long, it's not too bad. Wang Zheng helped me set this up. Put 2 of these on, one on each side with plates. I'm not giving them anything too difficult. And do we have dumbbells here? I need a pair of 10-kilogram ones and a pair of 6-kilogram ones. Also, I need 2 barbells. I'm going to have the 2 of them do high-risk training. So-called high-risk training is something that people with visceral prolapse absolutely cannot do. Take off your training shoes and your socks too, because this way it's easier to check, since if she coughs, she'll leak. So after I finish the exercise, I'll have her cough again. Let alone jumping. If she leaks when she coughs, she'll definitely leak when she jumps. That's the kind of thing where just one jump and she'll leak. Flex your hips and knees. Bring me a stool so I can put my feet on it. Okay. I want you to lift up a little, lift up a bit. See, now her pelvic floor muscles are elevated. Do you feel any discomfort? Then I take a ruler and measure around it. Look, this is also one of my original movements, and I'm sharing it with everyone. When I'm giving personal training sessions, I often have clients do this. But in the gym, you can't really use any equipment for the inner part of the pelvic floor muscles because that's against the rules. It's considered medical equipment since it's invasive. So I need to know whether the member's pelvic floor muscles are contracting, but I can't use my hands to check. That would be inappropriate. So I don't really trust what they say, and I can't be sure whether it's actually the pelvic floor muscle. That means I have to rely on my own ideas. So I came up with this method. Then when you inhale, expand your abdomen all the way around. Yes, expand it as much as you can. All right, once it's fully expanded, let me check the measurement. Right now it's 88. That's fully expanded and completely tightened. All right, let's say I have him expand his abdomen as much as possible, and then I have him exhale through his mouth. During this exhalation, his abdomen doesn't contract at all, and I'm also inhibiting his transverse thoracic muscle because at this point, aren't his intercostal spaces shortened? So if I don't let his transverse thoracic muscle exert any force, then at this point he can only use muscles from two areas. One is the pelvic floor muscles and the other is the elastic recoil of the lungs. Do you understand what I'm saying? If any of his abdominal muscles are involved, this measurement will decrease. Does that make sense? So when I have him inhale as fully as possible and then exhale, if this measurement remains unchanged and he can still breathe out, the only areas he can use are the pelvic floor muscles and the elastic recoil of the lungs. Because I've inhibited his transverse thoracic muscle and his abdominal muscles, only the pelvic floor muscles can participate. All right, now inhale, take a full breath in. Good, keep it at 88, maintain it at 88, and then open your mouth and slowly exhale. Yes, there shouldn't be any change here. Right, don't pull your abdomen in. Okay, I want him to accomplish the first step first. All right, it's already decreased. If it has already decreased, stop. If it has already decreased, don't let him exhale any further because it's pointless. If he keeps exhaling, he'll start using his abdominal muscles, but I don't want him to use his abs because the abs are the strongest and take the lead. All right, keep inhaling fully. It's not open yet. I want you to get back to 88. Very good. That's 88. Okay, slowly exhale. Breathe out slowly. Yes, hair can also be used. No, that's not right. It's contracting inward again, so you can only do a little at the front, meaning he can only engage his pelvic floor muscles a tiny bit. Come, breathe in. Yes, very good. Don't contract inward. It's starting again. All right, stop. Then continue inhaling. As soon as this area gets smaller or looser, it means his abs are getting involved, and I don't want his abs to participate. Good, not bad. Your breath is getting longer and longer. All right, that's good. Take a break for now. While you rest, I'll show you how to connect the two movements together next. The principle behind the whole movement is this. I need to make sure that his pelvic floor muscles are already engaged when he exhales, because what I'm actually doing now is opening the diaphragm. What I'm aiming for is to help him find the sensation of his pelvic floor muscles during this movement. Once you've found the sensation of your pelvic floor muscles, listen carefully. This next part is extremely important. What comes next is what actually improves your visceral prolapse. I'll have you make a she sound. And at this point, you start contracting inward. Your abdominal muscles begin to contract. At this moment, you should stop making the SSE sound, then close your mouth. Don't inhale or exhale. Then, what do you do next? I've prepared a barbell for you here. After you stand up and hold the barbell, move forward and do a shoulder walk. When you do this, I don't want you to go fast. I want you to lift it up, stabilize yourself, and then move forward. But my requirement is that you must not breathe. Do you understand? Okay. Good. All right, now up to 88. Take a deep breath, then slowly make the SE sound. Not bad. Okay, stop. You've already started to pull inward. Hey, don't drop it. Then take a full breath again. Inhale. No, that's not a full breath. Very good. Now exhale slowly, slowly. Don't pull inward here, please. Don't pull inward at all. Okay, now take a deep breath. Hold your breath for a moment and then carefully put it down, just like that. Hold your breath and walk with it. No need to breathe. Just walk straight ahead. Hey, it's not about lifting your leg. That's right. Stay steady. Pause before you move. Walk over and then turn back. If you need to breathe, stop. If you've already taken a breath, then stop. Yes, that's considered one breath completed. As long as they've taken a breath, continuing to practice is pointless. I want them to hold this breath. I'll explain why in a moment. Now, let's move on to the second breath. For the second breath, I want you to walk over and then be able to walk back, holding this breath until you've gone there and come back. Yes. Come on, get up. Come. Here, that's too far. Move a bit closer, closer to the chair. That's right. Good. Lift your chin a little. Then take a deep breath in, fill your lungs. Expand your abdomen, but remember to return to 88. 88 is your maximum. That's good. Yes, control it here. And don't pull your stomach in. Don't contract your abdomen. That's right. Don't contract your abdomen. Very good. Okay, hold your breath. Also, and get up. Don't change the seasons. Just go past and then come back. And your legs need to pause briefly. Very good. No. Can't hold it anymore. All right, come here. Sit on the chair. I know. You bring the barbell over here. Because when you make a movement or change your body position, you can't hold your breath anymore. All right? Now inhale, expand this area here. Wait a moment. Wait, let me adjust this. All right, take a full breath. Take a full breath. Good. Don't lower your head to look. Then, when you exhale, don't pull in your abdomen. Then bend your body forward a little, as if hugging your chest. Why am I doing this? I want to inhibit your transverse thoracic muscle. Then, when you inhale, fill this area completely. I don't want your transverse thoracic muscle to assist with exhalation. And, hey, don't forget to pull in your abdomen. Very good. Exhale. Okay. Hold your breath and walk while holding it. Don't breathe, squat down, then stand back up. Yes, Isa, you changed your breath again. If you change your breath, it won't work. You can't keep practicing if you do that. That's enough. This is fine. Since your breath is so short and you can't hold it, I'll increase the training intensity for you. For the last breath, I'll have you do this. This dumbbell is 7 kilograms. Watch me carefully. When I have you exhale, keep your abdomen from contracting. Then, when I tell you to hold your breath, immediately stand up and do this movement with the dumbbell. See, I'll just leave it here. Go ahead. No, that won't work. Then cross your arms over your chest. Come on. Inhale, fill your lungs completely. Completely full. Don't bend at the hips, round your chest. Yes, round your chest. Otherwise, your transverse thoracic muscle won't be engaged. Good. Inhale and expand. Inhale and open up your abdomen. Very good. Exhale. Don't pull in your stomach. Yes, that's right. Keep your abdomen expanded. Oh, okay, hold your breath. Don't breathe. Just hold it. Yes, very good. Keep holding your breath. If you can't hold it any longer, then stop. Hey, much better. You held it longer this time. All right, put the dumbbell down. Go ahead, put it down. May I ask? Did you leak? Now cough. Continue with the continuous lessons. Is it there? Well, okay, that's good. All right, let me explain what I just did. I needed to make sure that his pelvic floor muscles had been activated. How can I be sure of that? Because exhalation only uses force from 3 places: the pelvic floor muscles, the abdominal muscles, the transverse thoracic muscle, and also the elasticity of the lungs. So that makes 4. If I have him inhale and expand his abdomen, and his abdomen doesn't contract at all during exhalation, then his abdominal muscles aren't involved. So at this point, only the elasticity of the lungs, the pelvic floor muscles, and the transverse thoracic muscle remain. Now, if I have him hug himself to shorten the distance between his internal obliques, his transverse thoracic muscle is suppressed and can't exert force, so now only 2 are left: the pelvic floor muscles and the elasticity of the lungs. So if he can still exhale under these conditions, it means his pelvic floor muscles have been activated. As long as his pelvic floor muscles are activated and lift upward, it means that what I was training at the beginning was his exhalation strength. You can think of his exhalation strength as having already moved from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor. As soon as he stands up from the chair, my contact area becomes smaller and the brain will automatically tighten the pelvic floor muscles, because at this point, the pelvic floor muscles need to support the internal organs. Then, when I ask him to support his internal organs, he suddenly realizes that I've gone from standing on 2 legs to 1 leg, and now I have to jump. At this moment, he will lift even higher because he needs to engage more spinal fibers. Otherwise, the internal organs would fall out. It is only at this point that he is actually training his ability to support his internal organs. Do you understand? Is that clear? So first I push his exhalation ability to the limit, then I reduce his contact area from large to small, and then I have him jump directly. This is actually a training taboo for people with organ prolapse or urinary incontinence all over the world. You can't do running or jumping, and you can't do high impact activities because your internal organs have already descended. The less you train this way, the less you can actually train it. The more you focus on exhaling and lifting the pelvic floor, the less support your organs will have. Exhalation is not meant to support the internal organs. Exhalation is just exhalation, and supporting the internal organs is a separate function. This is how I help them strengthen their pelvic floor muscles more and more, which is why I say the ultimate goal of rehabilitation is breathing, and the driving force behind breathing is weightlifting. So what did I have them do next? After that, I had him carry very heavy barbells, run and jump with them, and even do squats with weights heavier than his own body weight. I had him lift weights, and the more we trained this way, the stronger his pelvic floor muscles became. Only then did his ability to support his internal organs grow stronger and stronger. That's how you can solve his urinary incontinence and his organ prolapse issues. This is the transformation between different abilities. I'm a very serious person. On the very first day, I told you all that during these 5 days, actually 6 days including 2 evenings, in this 6-day course, I would share with you things that you can't find or learn anywhere else in the world. That's because I took what others had, tested it in practice, and found it ineffective, so I had to look for answers myself. When I found the answer, I discovered that it works for everyone, regardless of age or gender. Moreover, I challenged the most authoritative hospitals in the world. Patients they couldn't help, I said, "Come, let me work with you, let me train you." I found that I was able to help them recover, so I'm willing to share this with all of you. It's better for everyone to enjoy something together than to enjoy it alone.